Okay guys, sorry about that. I figured it out. You have to right click on here and then click on time slider and that'll bring back that piece. All right, so now we have everything we need. So what you're going to do is, this is the time slider. You're going to move the time slider all the way to the end here. Okay, I set mine so it only has 50 on it. Yours will probably have 100 by default. Either way is fine. It's fine to have that. If you want to change it, I think I right clicked on here. I don't remember where I right clicked to change it. Maybe over here. Okay, so you right click on there. Obviously, I don't use this every day. Gonna be honest here. So 100 is fine if you set it to that. Okay, so you're gonna move it to the end. Click on Set K. And then I want you to select each of your things and put in this little, put a set key on there. So plant, flower, plant, cap, and it's everything you're going to move. So I'm going to move this, plus going to move the bottom of this, plus going to move this, plus going to move the caps, plus going to move this, plus move this, plus anything you're going to move. And I'm only moving position, so I'm only setting for position right now. Okay, so I don't think I got that one, plus get this one, plus, didn't I have like a second disk in there? Select that, plus, and that disk, plus. Okay, I think I got most of them. I might not have gotten everything. That's okay. All right, so now basically this sets the position of where they're all going to be at the end. Now I want you to move this all the way to the beginning. And I want you to start moving things away from this part. So the flower, I'm going to get my move tool and move it forward. Okay, and then I'm going to click plus. I want to make sure this is actually working before I do them all. So I'm just going to check. Okay, yep, it's working. Great. Okay, so I'm going to do that for each object and move it where I want to move it. So this one, let's move this here, and the plus. This one, I'm going to move up, plus. This piece, I'm going to move down, plus. This one, I might want to do something different with, so I'm going to wait on that. The C, I'm going to move this way, plus. Cap also comes forward, plus. This out, plus this out, plus this out, plus, and obviously you can be a little bit more meticulous about this. This I might do something different with as well. Okay, and these actually, maybe this one can come down. These maybe can come from the front. Doesn't really make sense. I think it makes more sense coming from down. Okay, so for these two, I think I might want to do something with rotation. So let's first just see what's happening. So everything's coming together, which is awesome, except for that one because I forgot to tag it in at the end. So because this one never made it to where it needs to be, we're going to have to move it down now. And I think it goes there-ish and set the key at the end. So make sure you've moved the slider to the end before you do that. Okay, so now if I scrub this, it's called scrubbing when you move back and forth, everything should be coming together. So this, I want to rotate. So I'm going to select this, click on the rotate button. And actually, before I do that, let me see. I think it might already have the rotation locked in there. So if I just rotate it from up here, let's see if it'll do it. So if I select this, I'm going to say I want it to rotate like that much, and I want it to move from like here. So let me try putting a little position set key there and just see what that does. Yep, that'll do what I want to do. Awesome. Okay, And maybe that last wheel I also want to do it. So I'm not sure about as if, can I rotate it more than once? Let's see. So let's say I want it to come kind of on a diagonal. So I'm going to move it down and that way. And then I want it to rotate. So I'm going to select this. Let's see if I just keep going around, if it'll be able to do it more than once. I'm not sure it will, but it doesn't hurt to try. Okay, and now I'm going to click set key. Okay, now let's see. Yep, and so that's now spinning into spot. Great. All right, so this is everything I want. I want to make sure I'm close enough that I can like see things fairly well. When you get advanced, you can add cameras and lights and backgrounds and make this a whole lot prettier. But this is just our quick little example one. That angle is actually not nearly as good as it. It's better when I'm at the side and out a tiny bit. Maybe like here, let's try that. Okay, so now that I have that all set, I'm going to go save file, save, then I go to rendering, render setup. Here, production rendering mode is fine, scanline render is fine. Here you want active time segment, and you want the whole thing, 0 to 50. I'm going to keep going down, assign width, and see here it's like telling me what I'm going to see, so that's pretty good. I don't know what I've clicked on to make it show me that though. Oh, area to render crop. Yeah, that's a good crop. And then output size, so it's 640 by 480. This is pretty small, but like it's always a balance because like the bigger you make it, the longer it's going to take to render. So we're going to do 720 by 486. I might cancel and regret it later. We'll do that for right now. I'm going to click off use advanced lighting. I just don't want to deal with how long it's going to take. I also don't want atmospherics or displacement. Just like keep it simple. And then render output. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so here I'm going to save files. So go to file. I want to save it as an AVI. And I'm going to save it somewhere I can find it. Let's go to Mica. Okay, and I'll save it here. So this is test text explosion, or I guess implosion, or I don't even know. Okay, save. And quality, I'll make it 75 and hope that's okay. And MJPEG compressor should be okay. And hit OK. And then hit render. So now what it's doing, it's actually like going through and rendering every little one of those shots. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. It was pretty quick. So a better background, right? This is not a great background for this. Can I change that? The answer is probably in the long term, but probably not right at the moment. So either don't use black or put on a plane for a different background color. Okay, so let's see how that current came out. So go here and go to Mica, week 5. And I think it should be test explosion. And there it is, all done. I would like the background to be a better color though. Let's see if we can change that. So, change that without like doing something crazy. Because I don't really want to add a whole lot into this that's going to make it a lot heavier of a file. So what if I just like right click on this? Can I Plane viewports, view pan, shape planes. Let's just put a big plane behind everything and see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to restore viewport, and then I'm going to create. So I probably need a new layer, but I can just create something. So I'm going to create, and I'm going to go to standard primitives, and we'll do a plane. I'm going to give it like a nice big background. And if I click on this, I can use this button, the scale and uniform scale. And I can just like explode that forever so that it's really, really big. Okay. And now I just want to change material of that. So for that, I go to rendering, material editor, compact material editor, and then I can put like that one on there. And if I have that selected, I just select slide material selection, and that should work. All right, so let's make this big again. And let's try that one more time. So hopefully it comes out a little bit nicer. So now if I go to rendering, I'm just gonna click render because hopefully all my things are already set. Confirm overwriting. Yes, I'm happy to overwrite it. So I still have that horizon line in the background, but like at least I can see everything now. It's a little bit nicer. Okay. So let's take a look and see how that came out. Yes, that's better. I think the quality is still not great, so maybe I would want to increase that, especially like, yeah, it's kind of missing a whole bunch of it towards the end. And that looks like it's, oh, so the other thing it did was like, because it's right on top of it, you don't even see where things are coming from. So I should really fix that. So if I go back over here, let's move that plane down so that you can actually still see where the wheel's coming from, because like it's so high up that you can't tell. And then it would be nice if this like bent up over here so that it made a nicer background. So if I go over here to my modifier list, I think there's a bend modifier. Bend. And now the question is, do I remember how to use it? Probably not. So let's see. Bend. Mm, 45. Gizmo. Center. I don't think it's a bad place. Okay, let's delete that. So the nice thing about 3ds Max is if you mess something up, you can just delete the modifier and then it goes away. So let's see if there's a better modifier in here. So if I go to here and convert to editable poly. I can get the edge. So I can get one of these edges and drag it up. And maybe that's how I can slowly start to make this background work for me. I want to drag that one up too. Okay, so now I have this kind of thing happening. And my car is in there somewhere. Maybe I want to move the whole thing back. So to get back to just the thing, I click on there. And now I can move this whole thing back a little bit. Okay, so now let's go back and look at my car. He's somewhere in there. Okay, so I'm going to try this one more time and hope it's a little bit better. And just scrub through. Oh, interesting. The background disappeared. Okay, well, I want to know that the background's going to be low enough that I can see that wheel when it starts. So it's got to keep going down. Okay, and then since I can't seem to get it to bend, I'm just going to, if I Control C, Control V, copy. Okay. Then I'm going to move the copy. That didn't work. There we go. Okay, I'm going to rotate this and move it backwards so it's behind all this stuff. Okay. Okay. Now let's try that. So now it's going from there. Except that my plane disappeared again. Oh, because I still have set key on. So set key can be a pain if yeah, it thought I was doing okay. So I gotta unselect set key. Okay, try this one more time. So now rotate, get that to where I want it, move it back. I might want this even bigger, so I'm gonna make this bigger. Make this bigger. Okay, so now here's my little scene. Let's try that again. So now it's gonna come in, gonna go together. Okay, I'm gonna go to rendering, render setup. I'm going to try to increase the quality a tiny bit because I feel like it's still not very good. So production rendering mode, I'm gonna go, it's 720 by 840. Maybe I'm gonna bring it up. Do a little bit of a smaller crop here. Okay, so maybe I can do 800 by 600. Maybe I'll even make this like, I don't know. I'll double it, so make this 1600 by 1200. Okay, let's try that. Render. Yes. There's still things that are not rendering as nicely as I would like them to. But again, it's a quick animation, so not a big deal. Okay. Back over here, chest explosion, let's see it. Slightly better. Oh, now it's fully gone. Let's see what I did. It's working there. That didn't work at all. Okay, let's see. This is active time segment 0 to 50. And it looks like it was working on there, so that's odd. Save file. Maybe we'll give it a new name just in case. Save. Okay, render. It looks like it's working there, like it's getting each one of those things. But it's odd that the final version we saw, it wasn't all put together. Great. Okay, go back to here. So it should be a new test explosion. It's like 1 second. That's not good at all. It's weird because it was working a second ago. So what did I do wrong? Well, every one of those images looked okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not rendering now. So okay, so Google moment. I don't know, because it's like the images are coming out right though. That's why I'm a little bit miffed by it. So what if like, okay. Like, what do I put these in image path and create now? Or enable render output or render elements. Okay, I'm gonna save and close everything again. I know that seems like a really dumb way to try to fix something, but it's always worth a try. Okay, file, open recent. rendering, render setup, active time segment. Let's make sure this is still working. This is still working. Okay. Rendering, render setup. It's viewing quad 4, which is perspective, active time segment. That looks fine. Everything there looks fine. That's going to a file there. Render. Because each of these is basically like the image it's rendering, and then for the animation, it just puts them together into one file. So it's odd to me, is like if this is working, then I don't know why the AVI file wouldn't work. That's what's odd to me. So if I go now to desktop, like week 5. No, it's dead. We're done. We're done. I don't know why that's happening. What if I try saving it as something else? So let's try it as a movie file. Okay, render. Internal error. Interesting. Okay, files. Let's try Kodak Cineon. I don't know what that is though. I don't know if that's going to actually work. Okay, and just try AVI again. Like, that's still showing up as black. That's really bad news. Well, now I just don't have a file at all. I don't know if that's better. Probably not better, huh? Oh, wait, maybe better. Okay, that looks way better. So maybe the compression just didn't work. So instead, when you're picking your setup, just pick uncompressed. Okay, so there it is. Sorry that took like a year and a day to get all those settings back together.